Thank you. I try to do the right thing at the right time. They may just be little things, but usually they make the difference between winning and losing. And that's not my quote. That was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But I said that because in life, it's the little things that make all the difference. Tonight, I'm here to be honored, but the honor belongs to all of you, board members, supporters, and of course all of the wonderful students who spoke earlier and who are going to go on to do great things. I'd like to spend just a few minutes sharing my point of view with a little bit more than a decade of hindsight behind it. In high school, my favorite part of the week was my internship at Christodora's after-school program, PEER, the Partners in Ecological Research. Every Friday, instead of drugs or gangs or the countless other things we all hear about on the news every night, a few friends and I helped to reintroduce the screech owl to Central and Inwood Parks right here in Manhattan. We did some other things too. One year, we took a trip to Pennsylvania to visit the Shavers Creek Environmental Center. One of our group leaders was a Penn State alum. So, after we were done there, she had us visit the nearby Pennsylvania State University, and we got to spend the night in the dorms, talk to some students who were from New York City and had backgrounds very similar to ours, and also meet with some very friendly and very helpful admissions counselors. Random. That was a random event, and a complete coincidence in so many ways. Personally, I wasn't too keen about heading to college at that time, and I'm sure that I would never have visited, nor would I have applied if Senta and the nice folks at the admissions office hadn't urged me to do so. It also helped that they waived a $100 admissions fee. And of course, you can't get into some place if you don't apply. And how can you apply to go somewhere or to do something that you don't know exists? That's a metaphor for what Christodora is all about. After I graduated from Penn State, I decided to stay in the area. And a little while ago, my daughter's kindergarten class had their very first field trip to Shavers Creek. And I got to tell her how that one trip that happened before she was born is quite literally the reason she's here. Like I said, it's the little things. When I was in the 8th grade, our teachers, I say our because Emily Mittig is also a Pace grad. Took us up to Manus for a couple of days at the end of the 7th grade. Of course, for me and many others, that first trip led to spending an entire summer at Manus. And in my case, then an entire summer at the summer ecology program in Great Mountain Forest. After that, a stint as an instructor at the Great Mountain Forest, an Elliman scholarship to study environmental science at Hobart and William Smith colleges, and even a month-long trip to Alaska. I never really liked school too much. I didn't connect with most of my teachers, and it's hard to connect with people who you only interact with when you're participating in an activity that you're not very enthusiastic about in the first place. The feeling of accomplishment, the high self-esteem that comes with setting and accomplishing goals and being good at what you do were completely elusive to me at school. But outside of the classroom, thanks to my experience as a Christodora, it was a different story. To this day, The person I know who has taught me the most about leadership was a man named David Weber. Dave was the director of the summer ecology program at Great Mountain Forest while I was there as an intern. On the first day, he said, "Lucy, you're not the cook. Alvin, you're not the intern. And Pammy Manis, you're not the lady who forces us to stop at the side of the road every single time you see a nice patch of mountain laurel." Okay, he didn't say that last part. But he went on to say that we were all in it together, and that it was all of our jobs to make that summer a memorable learning and leadership experience for our students. And with that attitude in tow, we did. I remember that moment like it was yesterday. That powerful leadership lesson has stayed with me for my entire life. And it wasn't even a paragraph. Like I said, it's the little things. Thank you all for your tireless work and support. It makes a difference. I'm standing here as living proof. Crystal, Emily, and all the other students stand here with me. It's important for me to note that this is not a unique story. This is my story, but it's not unique by any means. Camping, hiking, and kayaking are the medium. But this is not what this is all about. This is about filling a space that has a life-changing impact on countless New York City public school children. A space that quite often will go completely unfilled without this special organization's intervention. And that is no small thing. Thank you.